Hey guys, welcome back to SheKnows.com. I am so excited because we have the cast of Outlander here, Nell Hudson, Graham McTavish, and Lotte Verbeek. How crazy is it to go into a brand new show and have this dedicated fan base that you have?
I mean, it's like a dream. I mean, I think as an actor, it's just great to be part of something like this anyway, and then to feel, once you've shot it, to have all these fans that are like just crazy about it already without having seen any of it, you know, that's pretty great.
When you were going into the audition for this series, did any of you have an idea of how big the fan base was and how big the show could be, or no idea?
No. Speaking personally, no, I didn't. I didn't know about the books. I hadn't read the book. I read the book after I got it, but no, I had no idea. And I just remember that I have a Twitter account, and before I was announced in Outlander, I had a reasonably healthy, whatever following. The day that it was announced, overnight, it just extraordinary.
How exciting!
Yeah, it was really quite bizarre, but yeah, it was really, really, really exciting. Yeah.
Seeing as how it has this dedicated fan base, does that make you more nervous for this first season going at it, or does it make you more comfortable knowing that you're probably pretty safe?
I think it's just an amazing thing, really, to have so many fans already. It's a really hopeful sign. It's weird because I know a lot of people already hate my character. For me personally, it's like I have a lot of people who nobody hates me, but everybody hates Leary. So that's kind of weird.
And fans always kind of get confused with like the actor and the character. They think you are your character.
They do a little bit, yeah.
Now, what was the audition process like for you? Because you're fairly new to the acting world, aren't you?
I am. I'm very new. So I was away with my parents in Devon by the sea, and I had to do a self-tape and send it over to the States, and then come back and do another reading with Sam Heughan, who plays Jamie Fraser in Soho in London, and then I was offered the part after that. And that was
That's crazy.
Exciting. Yeah, it was.
I mean, you guys have been in the acting business. Is it pretty crazy to hear her story and how she barely had anything before, and now she's got this huge part?
No, I'm constantly amazed by acting stories. There's another actor in the show, Duncan Lacroix, who plays Murta, who's just fantastic in it. And he, similar sort of thing. He was in Ireland, living, practically off the grid, and he taped himself. He just taped himself with a friend of his in a pub.
What?
I didn't know that story.
Oh, yeah. And he got the role.
Now, I haven't been able to read the books yet. Fans, don't attack me, please. But a big storyline that I've read is that can a woman love two different people? Is there room in your heart for two loves? What do you guys think?
I think we can. We have big hearts, so I think that's possible. Also, I mean, bear in mind she's in two different times, so I guess everything around her changes, and that also involves a heart, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's a large organ, so I think it's possible.
There's enough room.
I mean, I suppose I can only relate it to. I have two children, and when you have one child and you feel the love that you feel for that child, you can't imagine being able to feel that for anybody else. And then when you have a second one, you realize that it just opens that much bigger, and you do have just as much love for the second one as you did for the first. So if that's some kind of an answer, that's the only way I can relate to it.
That's a good way to put it.
That's lovely.
Now, another thing I read is that these group of Scottish men are like worse than the mafia. Can you explain that? Because I obviously
they
don't
are
know
a little.
yet.
I mean, there are Sopranos elements to the story, especially in relation to Dougal Mackenzie and Colin Mackenzie. I mean, they're a right pair. You want to watch yourself around them. They're constantly scheming and manipulating their own agendas. Sometimes those agendas do not coincide. So my relationship with my brother is prickly, to say the least.
The other kind of lead character in this show is the Kilt. We have to talk about the Kilt.
Why?
Now, can and how can kilts be hot on men? You have to tell us, because like Americans aren't used to kilts. If my boyfriend put one on, I'd be like, well, why are you wearing my skirt? What's going on here?
Okay, they just are. Trust me.
I don't know. I like wearing a kilt. I do. You feel very free.
It's because you are pretty free.
I guess.
It's the whole premise of the kilt, which is the Scottish Army wore them, right?
The Scottish
It was
Army
the Scottish
certainly won.
Army wore the kilt to be like, we can fight you, and we live in this freezing country, and we're so much tougher than you that we're also going to wear skirts.
Well, I could talk to you guys forever because there's so many things to talk about this show. But to wrap it up, I want you to just give me like your favorite thing about your character. Your character is kind of a witch, right? And likes plants and herbs and all of that. I think that's so fascinating. Yours is kind of, you know, the one that sleeps around town. But what are your favorite things about your characters?
I mean, yeah, okay, sure. I mean, I like that. That's a fun thing to be, as a bit of a floozy, if that's the word that you would use over here without being rude. Yeah, I mean, what's great about my character is that, as I said earlier, she's got this nice big shift that happens with her, that when things are going well, she's sweet, and then when things don't go her way, you know, she's pretty tough, which is so fun to play.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, Dougal's a complicated guy, but mainly I love the weapons. I do love the weapons that I have.
I feel playing Gail as Duncan is like playing so many different parts in one character. I feel like she's always, in every scene she shows up looking a little different, wearing something different. She's always onto something, and she's always like playing a different role almost, and I've really enjoyed that.
Well, thank you guys so much for stopping in. We cannot wait. We are huge fans on She Knows, and our readers are huge fans, so they're going to love
Thank
you.
you.
Even you know. She's actually really sweet, guys. Super
Thank
sweet.
you.
Make sure to check Outlander out and check back here for more celebrity interviews.